Every person's personality is like a puzzle that slowly gets put together throughout their life. Every piece is unique with its shape, color, and fit, and by the end, when it's all put together, it forms something bigger than the individual pieces. It forms them. Just like everyone else, I too have puzzle pieces that, when put together, show who I really am. Whenever I meet new people, they may get to see some of those puzzle pieces and some don't. Today, I will show you some of those puzzle pieces by describing some events that happened throughout my life that greatly impacted me the most. An event that impacted me greatly in my life was when I was rejected from North Point High School when I was in middle school. North Point was a really good high school in my area, and every 8th grader at my middle school had an opportunity to interview to get into that high school. And I unfortunately did not. But I knew most of the people that did and very quickly understood the qualifications to get in. And I realized I too could have had those qualifications. I had those opportunities, but I gave them up. I felt so regretful, and I couldn't blame anyone else but myself. And after that day, I promised to never let any opportunity related to my education slip again. I pushed myself in high school to complete both the engineering and computer science courses, take every AP class available to me, join a sports team, get an NHS, volunteer, and do it all while trying to maintain above a 4.0 GPA. I learned how to push myself academically, and I found a reason to do so. I was on track to complete everything I set out to do and graduate after doing all those things. Through this, I learned perseverance, responsibility, and how to push myself academically. But life doesn't always go as planned. After the quarantine, I was planning to just finish up my senior year and do a couple years of community college and then transfer. But then my family decided to move. My father got a new job in North Carolina, so I had to move this summer before my senior year. We tried moving to high school with the same engineering program as my last school, at least. But when we got there, they said they no longer had it. They told me I should just graduate as soon as possible and move on to community college. I, of course, couldn't, as I wasn't even considered a resident yet, and also moved too late to even apply for the next semester. Through this, I was met with frustration again. I was disappointed that all my work in high school was basically for no reason, that I couldn't understand the new curriculum fast enough, and I wouldn't be able to stick to my original plan. I had to leave NHS after I just got in, couldn't even finish my engineering or science classes. I was stuck just doing 2 classes my senior year, tanking my GPA and having the perception I wasn't taking it seriously. I simply shut off. I decided to just roll with the punches that I once again had no control over my life. This event taught me both good and bad things. Taught me to coast, to numb what I felt, but also to endure in a different way, to just keep going. And I finished my senior year after only a single semester in North Carolina. But after finishing that semester, I decided to work. During the time that I had no school, I decided to apply to Chick-fil-A. Both to keep myself busy, but also to have Sundays off for church. There I met many people, both coworkers and customers. My coworkers were the first people I really got to know after moving to North Carolina. They were incredibly nice to me, and many of them I became friends with. The customers I met were great too. They were incredibly nice and understanding when I first started, even when I made mistakes or was nervous. It also got me used to talking to complete strangers, which I use often in my day-to-day life outside of work. Through this experience, I learned how to interact with people better, how to work and act at an actual job, and that there's a lot more kind people in the world than I originally thought. In conclusion, my life had a few ups and downs, but in the end, those events shaped who I am, created some of the puzzle pieces that form me. I believe every person is unique in both characteristics and what shaped them. For me, it was being rejected from my preferred school, moving, and getting my first job. Your whole world may feel like it's shifting at times, but you can choose to either accept it and keep going, or stay stuck, filled with regret, just looking at the past. I truly hope for all of you it is the former, that you can continue and eventually complete your journey, and be able to look at the completed puzzle you formed and completed along the way.